Really quickly, 2016. You've said you're considering it, but you haven't obviously made a decision about whether you'd run again. On what basis will you determine whether you're officially a candidate for the Republican presidential nomination? What's going to...
Oh, it'd be a whole bunch of different things. Yeah. Everything from, first and foremost, family. I mean, having gone through it once before, it takes a toll. I mean, you travel a lot, you're away a lot. I still have 4 kids at home. And it's a sacrifice for them. Believe it or not, they actually want to see me around every now and then, and have that relationship. And so that's a big thing for me. Having just done it and spent a lot of time on the road, and now I brought the family along a lot, but still it's not the same. Yeah. And so that would be probably the biggest impediment at this point as to whether I think our family's really ready for that.
You said you'd do it differently too than if you were to do it.
Well, I try to raise a little bit more money than I raised last time. I really didn't have the opportunity. No, probably not. I don't know. Maybe try a new fashion statement this time. I was so successful with the last one, but I didn't have the opportunity to raise money last time. I mean, there was no one who's going to give me any money. I mean, I lost my last race for the Senate by the largest margin of any incumbent senator in 30 years. So 4 years later, I announced for president.
The next logical move, yeah.
Right, and that's what you do next, right? I always thank John Bozeman from Arkansas for defeating Blanche Lambert by more than I lost, so I don't hold that record anymore. But when I ran last time, who's going to give money to a guy who lost his last race by that margin and wasn't in elective office, didn't seem to have any kind of base of support, and so raising money was impossible almost. I think that's going to be a little different this time, but we still have to put a team together to do it, and that's not going to be easy with 57,000 candidates running for president.
Well, I mean, and on that basis, in that mix, you won 11 states last time.
I did.
Do you feel that among the Republican Party leaders, the establishment and others, you're getting the respect that you feel that comes with that? I mean, I think you have the 6th highest vote tally and state tally of somebody not to win the nomination in American politics. One
of the beauties of the curses and beauties of my political career, you were talking earlier that I got elected at the age of 32.
To the House, yeah.
To the House, to the Congress. I never run for office before. I ran for Congress at age 32 in a Democratic district. And the reason I was successful, one of the big reasons, is because everybody underestimated me. I mean, it's been the greatest gift. Every time I've won an election, the others say, oh, it's a fluke, the guy's a loser, I mean, he's stupid, he's this, he's that. I mean, I get this all the time. I mean, just how dumb I am and how out of touch I am and how, how he doesn't know what he's doing, he's a fool. And then I keep winning and it just confound, that was just another mistake, it was just, fluke again. And so, and that's sort of where we are again. He just was there. Right? He was the anti-Romney guy. That's the only reason. Well, meanwhile, there were 8 other anti-Romney guys. But nevertheless, that's sort of the way it is. Don't pay any attention to that man behind the curtain. And so that's an advantage for me because expectations are low, and so you can just sort of go about under the radar. Nobody's beating me up in the press because I'm not the favorite. There's an advantage. The disadvantage is nobody's talking about you. Nobody's saying you're going to win the nomination. And so the people that it hurts with is with the donor class who actually listen to what these idiots in Washington say is going to be, who's going to be the next president. They don't know any more than you do, but they get paid, so people listen to them. Nobody picked me to be second. None, not even close. So I look at that and say I got my advantages and disadvantages like everybody else, and take them as they come.
Well, Senator Santorum, I want to thank you so much for making this a stop on your tour. We really appreciate your time.
He owes me one for not showing up.
Well, here you're coming to Axelrod's home turf. I really appreciate this. I know all of us do as well, too. The book is called Blue Collar Conservatives, Recommitting to an America That Works. There are signed copies out there as well for purchase. Thank you very much.
Thank you.